And it's tough for Oliver, the second baseman, to move into the line and try to stay in there and hold it, especially as you're moving towards the bag, you're running towards the bag, and then you have to move the opposite way for that throw. There's a whole lot going on there. You got the umpire there, you got the pitcher there, a lot of guys in the way. The throw wasn't far off, but just enough.
Turley right on cue, drills it into left field for a base hit. And Gavin Turley already with 4 RBIs in the young season. 1-0 Oregon State. That's another guy. I talked about Caraway last year. 2 years ago, we marveled at Turley's power. And not only can he hit the ball out of the ballpark, he can do this. Solid line drive single.
They look Turley and Caraway almost look identical at the plate.
As a pitcher, what do you do, David?
What do you do? Throw strikes. I mean,
how do you stop it from being mental, though? That's the big question.
That is the.
There's a drive to left field. This is going to be mental. It's a grand slam up the berm. Jacob Craig got every bit of it. It's 5-0 Beavers. 10-2 Oregon State, bottom of the 4th inning here in Surprise, Arizona. Scott Galetti, David Ardsma. And David, a lot of walks today.
A ton of walks and a lot of walks in bad situations. We're seeing here walks where they're walking in runners. There have been 3 today for Xavier walking in Oregon State batters. 6 walks total. Each of the pitchers for Xavier walking in 2 apiece. But that's the hard part about it when walks really matters, when you're giving those free bases up. They're able to hit them in, and they're walking guys with bases loaded.
Right.
The one thing you can't do, and I have done it before in my career, it was one of the most frustrating things ever to walk in a run. I actually walked in a game-winning run once. But it's just you can't be giving those away, and that's the difference between teams like Oregon State and a team like Xavier. They can both swing the bat. It's just how many times are you going to give the other team opportunities to score for free?
Jacob Craig, the batter, 1 for 1 with a grand slam. He came up with the bases loaded in the 2nd inning and walked in a run. He was one of those walks.
Yes.
And he did not swing at any of those pitches.
And I'm still amazed, like having a grand slam, then coming up the very next inning, having bases loaded. And there were a couple pitches close, and I would have been.
You were dying when he was taking those pitches.
Dying is the exact word, because, man, it is incredible how, just disciplined. There's not another word for it. It's disciplined, and again, it's a testament to this Oregon State staff and the players and their coaching and educating them and being patient at the plate. If there's been an example all day about patience and how to control at-bats, that was it. Show that to your kids. Show that to everyone you know.
Full count pitch. He's swinging there, and he fouls it off. 10-2. Beavers with the lead. Now, you mentioned that you walked in a run for a game winner. Who was that against?
Minnesota.
And where was it? Was it home or away?
Away in Minnesota. I walked in Torrey Hunter.
This is Lambden, and draws his first baseman off the bag, and guess what? Krieg aboard again.
Yeah, you might actually get a hit here. As we watch it, you see Craig, a little jam shot. Oh, fielded right to him. He rushed the throw, and the first error of the day for Xavier.
E5, and Lambden, an outstanding third baseman. I'd imagine that has to be the hardest thing, especially on the road with the crowd cheering against you, to walk in a run to lose a game. That's got to be the worst.
They got to be the worst. It's so frustrating.
Oh, look at this. There's an Oregon State bunt, and this is going to be a bunt single. We talked about the bunts yesterday.
And it was Talt.
And it was Talt again. And, I'm thinking yesterday, there's no chance he's bunting. And you said, don't be surprised. And we've seen 3 bunts. This time it wasn't with 2 outs. It was with no outs. But still, you're not expecting a bunt right there.
No, and that goes back to another conversation we were having earlier, talking about the ball where they did not try to score home from third base. 10-2, and he's laying down a bunt. They are not holding back yet. They need to score runs Runs can come in bunches in college baseball.
They're going to go the short way to third, and they get the man at third base.
Get Craig going to third base. Peters, obviously, we've been talking about how good of a fielder he is. But here's the ground ball by Singer to the left side of the infield. Peters, great play going with it, getting the easy out. But we're talking about how this Oregon State offense is not going to hold back yet. At least I believe they're not. And that bunt kind of shows it. You take what they're giving you. College baseball, runs can come quickly. You can lose a 10-2 lead in just a snap of a finger. You take what you can get, and you get as big of a lead as you can until you know the game is in hand, and then you take your foot off the gas. And you still don't put it on the brake. You just kind of put it in neutral. You still, if it's a big pass ball, you take it. You don't necessarily hold back, but you're not necessarily aggressive at the same time. I don't think we've reached that point yet.
Bryce Hubbard got his first single back in the second. We're in the bottom of the fourth, 10-2 Oregon State. You got me thinking now, pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal, let's go. And it's a patient pedal to the metal. Scaring, I don't know how you have that combination.
There's a little blooper. This is going to be tough. This is a base hit. Bases are about to be loaded. Man, I'll tell you what, Burdette just laid it all on the line trying to catch that, and it was just past him.
I'll tell you, he gave everything he had to field that ball, to catch it. You see it up and in, a jam shot, the dive, and almost coming up with it as a pitcher, just like, catch the ball. It's right there. But he gave everything he had. Burdette was so close. And at the end of the day, bases loaded again for the Oregon State Beavers.
Well, the good news for Xavier, it's not Jacob Craig coming up. Right?
Yes.
Reeder's the batter. Cannon Reeder to be exact. Center fielder. With a name like Cannon, you got to be either a pitcher or a catcher.
Without a doubt. This doesn't fit. Or you just got to sit out there and just
or you take
bullets.
a fly ball and throw a bullet to the plate, to get the runner. I mean, you can have a cannon there, but
he's the guy that catches the ball and kind of jogs a little bit, baits the runner from third to run.
Ground ball to short, could be two. Peters to Menzik, goes over to first and draws the man off the bag. It's 11-2.
Let's watch it again. Nice ground ball to Peters, a smooth gloves, good throw. Just too high, trying to rush it to get to first base. They're going to check it out again. I think he beat it out. I feel like he beat it out. I have been very wrong on all of these replays. And just a reminder, when we do get to see this is exactly what the umpires are looking at when they're looking at it. So when it's going back and forth, you're seeing the replay. This is the umpires looking at it.
Right now it's going to go as an unearned run, but they are going to look at it.
If you ask Reeder, he's calling himself safe. So I believe that's official.
This is what the umpiring crew is looking at. Look at that high stride.
And they're rewinding it, seeing if they can pick up anything on the first baseman reaching for it. Switching back to the other view. Called himself safe.
High stride. He puts the foot out.
I think, in my opinion, my expert opinion, I think they're going to change it or keep it as safe. I think it's a good call there by the first base umpire.
Even with this big crowd, you can hear the umpire. I wasn't sure if that was possible. We heard the umpire do that in the first game, but with this large Oregon State contingent, I thought maybe we can't hear him.
Yes.
But Christopher Gonzalez, he didn't need a megaphone. Mike Lusky at first, David Buck at second, Ramon Armendariz, the third base umpire. Trent Carraway, the batter. 11-2. Bottom of the fourth inning.
His fourth at bat in the fourth inning.
Ground ball to the hole, stab by the third baseman, Lambden. He throws, he got him.
Amazing, amazing play by Lambden.
A run across, we go to the fifth, 11-2 Oregon State over Xavier here in Surprise, Arizona. Oregon State Beavers, it's always a big time occasion here in Surprise, Arizona. Sanderson Ford College Baseball Classic. The fans are always ready for the Beavers. It's Xavier, Oregon State here today in Surprise, Arizona, as we get set for game number 8. And I'm Scott Galetti along with David Ardsma. And David, I'll tell you what, 7 outstanding games so far. This is the last one, and the first time in my memory that Oregon State will close out the tournament.
Absolutely, switching it up a little bit. Oregon State, obviously the star of this this tournament here.
The Oregon State Beaver in the Valley of the Sun here in Surprise, Arizona. We get ready for the Sanderson Ford College Baseball Classic here in Surprise, Arizona. Indiana University against Oregon State. Should be a good one today. I'm Scott Galetti along with former All-American at Rice University, David Ardsman. David, day number 3 already here of the Sanderson Ford College Baseball Classic. Oregon State comes in 2-0, Indiana 0-2, but their fate could have been a lot better.
Without a doubt, they've been in each ball game right to the end of it last night.